Hello friends, this is Anjali Kulkarni. Okay, in last class we are explaining about population attributes. In that, birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, age distribution, age pyramids, etc. There are three types of age pyramids: growing age pyramid, steady age pyramid, and declining age pyramid. Okay, in next part of the population attribute we are going to start, that is population density. Okay, population density, and it is represented by capital N. Okay, what is population density? Here, number of organisms of a particular species in a per-hereditary. Number of organisms of a particular species in a per unit area is called population density, and it is represented by capital N. Okay, and next we will start with population growth. Okay, how population is going to grow and how it is going to calculated. Okay, on what basis it is going to grow? On different basis. That is, we start with, we will take center population density. Okay, that is represented by capital N here. Population density means nothing but a size of the population. Population density is nothing but what? Population size. Okay, size of the population, how it is large or how it is going to small. Okay, and this is based on two important points. First one is, what is that? Birth rate, that is called natality. Okay, that is depends on birth rate, that is called natality, that is represented by B. Okay, that is represented by B. What is that? A number of organisms born, a number of organisms born per 1,000 organisms. Okay, number of organisms born per 1,000 organisms, that is called birth rate. Okay, and this is second, that is depends, that is called mortality. Okay, mortality means death rate. Okay, that is represented by small d. Okay, that is number of organisms die per 1,000 organisms, that is called mortality. Here, organisms are going to add to the population. This is represented by plus. Okay, here number of organisms are going to decrease. That is called, that is represented by minus. Okay, some more organisms are going to added. Okay, some more organisms are going to added. That is called immigration. Okay, for example, if you take the example of India example ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. They are coming back to India. Okay, they are going to add to the Indian population. Okay, that is called immigration. Okay, they are going to add it, so it is also represented by plus. Okay, and that is represented as I. Okay, and some more organisms they are going going to outside, out of the country, that is called emigration, that is represented by capital E, and here they are going to decrease the number of organisms, so that is represented by minus. So see here, in a population density, natality means birth rate is going to, organisms are going to add it. Okay, new organisms means outside organisms are going to add it, so both are represented by positive, and some organisms are going to die, that is called mortality. Okay, or some organisms are going out of the population. population, that is called that is also represented as minus. Okay, natality, mortality, immigration, emigration. Okay, there are these 4 factors which are explains about population density. Okay, and this is very important to calculate how much population is there in a country. Okay, next we will start with population growth. Population growth, and how population growth is explains. Okay, that explains by using 2 curves. Okay, 2 curves we are explaining the population growth. That is, one is exponential growth curve and second one is logistic growth curve. By using 2 curves, we will explain the population growth. Okay, by making a graph, we are explaining this growth curve. This exponential growth curve, it is a fast. Okay, and there is no limitations. Okay, usually it takes place in laboratory condition. Okay, where it takes place? It takes place in the laboratory condition. Okay, and second one, logistic growth curve. This is where little bit slow. Okay, here there are limitations of growth factors. Okay, and it takes place naturally. Okay, in the nature this will happen. So it is a logistic growth curve. Okay, we will start with first one by taking exponential growth curve. How exponential growth curve? Exponential growth curve is a J in shape. Okay, and logistic growth curve is S in shape. Okay, this continuously growing, so that is a J shape. It is after some limitations, it is going to stop steady the growth. That is called logistic growth. Yeah, that is in S shape. Okay, by taking first one exponential growth. First one exponential growth curve. Okay, exponential growth curve. Here, this should be takes place in laboratory condition. Okay, it should be takes place in laboratory condition. Usually, microbes like bacteria and fungi. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಫಂಗೈ ಬೆಳೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ and fungi are going to grow. Okay, and next one, here there is no limitations for growth. Means unlimited resources are provided for the growth of a organism. Unlimited resources. Resources first of all, that is light irbodu, temperature irbodu, nourishment irbodu, food irbodu. Okay, avella resources na best bekala, how much they want for the growth, we are all going to provide it continuously for the well growth of a living organism. Okay, avella limitations annilla because it is in laboratory condition. Adu nam kaiyaga iruttada. So we are always going to add it to the nourishments, temperature, optimum temperature ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, light provide ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. No limitations for the growth. Continuously it is growing, and then we are going to provide unlimited resources. So it is called exponential growth. Okay, see exponential growth curve. This is a graph. Okay, in the graph, this is a population density. This is time t. See, like this. If we start from this, means start continuously growing. Okay, continuously growth. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಶೇಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಜೆ ಶೇಪ್. ಯಾವ ಶೇಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಇದು ಜೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋವಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಹಿಯರ್ dn divided by dt is equal to b minus d into n. This is the simple calculation, simple expression is there for this exponential growth. Okay, here b minus means what? B minus n minus population density, d minus time. Okay, b minus n means population density. Okay, t minus time period. B minus B means natality, D means mortality. Okay, and again n means here population size or population density. Okay, and this is the simple calculation. Instead of B minus D, here if we add, if we are going to add, what is that calculation? Dn divided by dt is equal to B minus D into n. If we take this B minus D is equal to R, then what will happen? Dn divided by dt is equal to R n. What is this R? This is the intrinsic rate. This is the intrinsic rate of natural increase. Intrinsic rate of natural increase. Okay, this means natural rise in the population. Means what? Here, what is the meaning of this intrinsic rate of natural resources? Natural rise in a population. Sudden agi B minus D ಅಂದ್ರೆ birth rate minus death rate in consider madre usually ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ naturally rise ಆಗ್ತದೆ population ಒಳಗೆ, and that is represented by R. Okay, and this simple formula is again represented as like this: dn divided by dt into rn. R refers to B minus D, means R means what? Natural rise in a population. Like this we are going to calculate. This is the simple formula of the exponential growth curve. Okay, if we take the mathematical expression ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? If we take the mathematical expression, see, if we take the mathematical expression, that is nt is equal to n0 ERT. This is the mathematical expression. What is this nt? That is population density. Okay, population original population size. nt is equal to original population density at time t. value, that is 2.71828. 2.71828. This is the logarithmic value E. Okay. Then what is R? R is the natural rise in a population. Natural rise in a population. Okay. And what is T? T is the time period. Okay. This is the mathematical expression of the exponential growth curve. Exponential growth curve means what? Here there is no limitations for the growth, because we are going to providing all resources which are needed for the growth continuously. Here continuous growth takes place. See, here continuous growth takes place, and it is a J-shaped growth curve. Okay, that is the exponential growth curve. Exponential means fast growing, continuously growing. So that is called exponential growth curve. This is the simple formula of the exponential growth curve. This is the mathematical expression of the exponential growth curve. Okay, and it is very important for 3 or 4 mark question. Okay. Second one, logistic growth curve. Okay, second one, logistic growth curve. Logistic growth curve, it should be takes place in nature. Exponential laboratory and logistic it takes place in nature. Here limitations are there for growth. Limited resources are provided for the growth. Limit resources are sometimes temperature more, sometimes pressure more, sometimes water scarcity is there, sometimes there is no food scarcity is there. Okay, these are the limitations of the resources. Limited resources are provided for the growth. Okay, so at some movement growth will be steady. Okay, so this growth curve is also called steady growth curve. Okay, what is the shape of the logistic growth curve? That is S-shaped. Okay, S-shaped means sigmoid growth curve. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ sigmoid growth curve ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, these are the factors which affects on the logistic growth curve. Okay, how that logistic growth curve is like this. This is population density, this is time. Okay, and how it is? It should be like this. See, it should be like this. What is the shape of the growth curve? That is S-shaped. That is also called sigmoid growth curve. Okay, here we can calculate from this to this. Okay, this is called slow rate of growth. Okay, slow rate of growth, and from this is called lag phase. Okay, lag phase is slow rate of the growth, or that is called lag phase. From this up to this. Okay, this period is called log phase. Okay, that is fast growth. This is called lag phase. That is a slow growth. From this to this, that is called log phase, fast growth, and from this to this is called steady phase. Okay, means very slow. Okay, very slow or stop the growth. Okay, that is called steady phase. There are three important characteristics we can see in the S shape. First, with that growth is started slowly. Next, it is going to fast because of limited, because of the resources. Okay, and next again it is going to steady or stop because limited resources of growth. Okay, like this growth is going to take place. Next one, this is the logistic growth curve. Okay, and logistic growth curve is also having a formula. That is, what is the formula of this? Here, dn divided by dt is equal to n k minus n divided by k. This is the mathematical expression of the logistic growth curve. Mathematical expression of the logistic growth curve. dn divided by dt. dn divided by dt. n means population size. t means time. Okay. K means carrying capacity, means maximum size of population can be supported by ecosystem. Okay, maximum size of a population, maximum growth of a population, maximum growth of a population can support by ecosystem. Means ecosystem is going to support to maximum growth of a population, and that is represented by K. Okay, that is called carrying capacity. Maximum ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೋ ಅಷ್ಟು population grow ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? That is supported by ecosystem. Okay, and that is represented by K, carrying capacity. What is the formula? dn divided by dt, n k minus n in bracket, k minus n divided by k. Okay, this is the mathematical expression of the this logistic growth curve. In this way, there explains about two type of growth curves. Okay, ಯಾವ growth curves explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವೀಗ. If we take the differences between two, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಎರಡು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಓದಿವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? We are going to add it by remembering. One is exponential growth curve, and second one is logistic growth curve. Okay, exponential growth curve, logistic growth curve. It takes place in laboratory. It takes place in nature. Almost only microbes are going to present here. Here, all organisms are present. Okay, all organisms are going to grow. Okay, second one, exponential, it is unlimited resources are provided. Unlimited resources means there is food, we are going to continuously providing food, optimum temperature, pressure, humidity, space. Okay, these all are unlimited for the growth. Okay, here limited resources are going to provide it. Limited resources. Okay. Next one. Fast growth. Here. Steady growth. Okay. Here this is J-shaped growth curve, and here S-shaped growth curve. J-shaped growth curve, S-shaped growth curve. Okay. Then what is the formula? That is simple mathematical expression is, that is NT is equal to N0 ERT. This is the mathematical expression. Okay. What is the mathematical expression here? dN divided by dt is equal to N K minus N divided by K. Okay. This is the mathematical expression of the logistic growth curve. One more is mathematical expression is there here. What is that mathematical expression? One more simple expression, that is dN divided by dt is equal to Rn. This is one more simple expression of the exponential growth curve. This is mathematical expression. This is simple expression of the exponential growth curve, and this is mathematical expression of the logistic growth curve. In this way, we are explaining exponential growth curve and logistic growth curve. And we are facing which growth curve? Logistic growth curve. Okay. Next, we will start with the again. This is explained by Darwin fitness. These all population density is based on what? That is based on fitness. That is explained by who? Most popular scientist, that is Darwin. Okay, he is called as the father of ecology. Okay, he explains about fitness, and that fitness is explains the population density, and this population density is also depends on different types. Some organisms, that is some organisms are going to reproduce once. Some organisms can reproduce. Okay, some organisms can reproduce here once in their lifetime. Okay, for example, some plants are going to reproduce once in their lifetime. For example, wheat, jawar. Okay, wheat, jawar, bamboo. These are all once in their lifetime they can reproduce. If wheat once in their lifetime flowering takes place, fertilization takes place, seed is going to form, and lastly grains are formed. Okay, in this way once in their lifetime they can reproduce. Okay, that is some organisms can having a different ways. Okay, that is sometimes some organisms can reproduce many times in their lifetime. Many times that the organisms can reproduce. For example, mango. Okay, yearly mango we will get a flowering. Okay, we will get a formation of seed, fruit. After again next summer season, again flowering comes, fruit comes. Okay, means a single tree can reproduce many times. Okay, that is some organisms can reproduce many times. For example, mango. Okay, means for example jasmine. That is also many times that reproduce. Okay, like this the reproduction is more times. Okay, and larger in number, see, larger in number but smaller in size. Okay, some organisms can reproduce large in numbers, large. So for example, a frog, okay, or silk moth is going to give a 300 to 400. It lays 300 to 400 eggs at a time. Okay, ಒಂದೇ ಸರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ eggs? 300 to 400. But that all are in number is large. The offspring's number is large, but their size is small. They are small in size. See, some organisms can reproduce larger in number, but their size is small. Okay, that example I will go to frog, silk moth, almost insects are examples. For example, our mosquito is example for that. Okay, their offspring number is large, but their size is small. And some organisms can reproduce smaller in number, but larger in size. Okay, their number is small, but their size is large. For example, I ಕೊಡಬಹುದು elephant. ಯಾವ example ಕೊಡಬಹುದು? Elephant. Elephant is going means their size. Elephant size is larger in size. The size is big, but their number is small. Okay, means one elephant in reproduce ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? ಏನು ಒಂದು 7-8 elephant ವರೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Okay, means see exactly vice versa. Some organisms can reproduce larger in number, but their size is small. Example, frog, silk moth. Okay, and some organisms can reproduce smaller in number, but larger in size. The size ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರ್ತದ, but ಅದರ number ಏನಿರ್ತದ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. For example, human beings. Elephant ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು? Human beings at a time 12 ಅಥವಾ 15 ಅಥವಾ 100 ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ organisms reproduce ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೇನೋ? ಇಲ್ಲ. At a time human beings ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು? 1, 2 ಅಥವಾ 3 ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡೋದು ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ತರ. Is that clear? But number is small, but size is large. Okay, means these all are explained by fitness, that is explained by the Darwin. Okay, Darwin is explained is fitness. Means Darwin, one of the rule of the Darwin is that is survival of the fittest. We is going to fit, that organism is going to survive. We made a struggle, that organism is going to survive. These are the Darwin's rule are going to apply to the population density. Okay, thank you.